Yeah, man, it's the one and only DJ Chase, man. We back, man, with another dope episode, man. I told y'all 2026, 2027, I'm taking over, man. DJ Chase Radio, you know the vibes, man. We here. Before we get started, we got a dope interview today for y'all. But before we get started, I gotta hit the advertisements, the sponsors, you know the vibes, man. So download that DJ Chase Radio mobile app, man. You want to hear exclusive content, get those exclusive interviews, exclusive videos, man. Download that DJ Chase Radio mobile app, man. iPhone, Android, Groove, are the hottest platform to get in touch with players, curators, get real feedback, such as myself. Meet Mafia Steaks, Lake Wiley, South Carolina. Podcast director, use the promo code DJ Chase to get 20% off your order. And GCPR, man, Lamar Rice, the hottest publicist in the game and the hottest publicist platform in the business. With that being said, man, we got Lagos, Nigeria's own Afrobeats, R&B, something for the ladies today, something nice for the ladies today, man. Now, how you pronounce your name? Morientez, right?
Yes, Morientez. What's up?
Morientez, love it, man. I'm good, man. How you feeling today, brother?
Yeah, I feel great. I'm happy to be on here. I'm happy to,
Yeah,
yeah, just share, just be on here and talk to your people and
yeah,
get acquainted with your people.
yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Gotcha, for sure, man. And with that being said, man, as you know, and anybody who does listen to my show is dedicated to music education, no gossip questions over here. So I do
Right,
want to ask, man, I want to pick your brain a little bit. Like I said, you're a dope performer, man. I'm doing my research on you and, checking out your background, checking out your highlights, man. And with that being said, so we're gonna talk about your background. I want you to tell your story, and then we're gonna correlate it to the music business. So with that being said, you're born in Lagos, Nigeria, correct?
yes. Born, bred, and teed in Lagos, Nigeria. I schooled in University of Benin. My whole music journey started back when I was say around 5, 7, the
Yeah,
5, 7 years old,
yeah,
and back then it really kicked off during, my mom used to be part of the choir system, right?
yeah.
And the choir system back in church had like different kinds of like different sets. So you have like children's choir, you have the teens choir, you have the youth choir, and most times they have those rehearsals like they have it side by side.
Mm,
It's convenient that way for the parents if they are coming for their own adult choir,
mm,
they can actually bring their children to the children's choir, and
mm,
everything ends and everybody just go their way. So
mm,
I and my sis, we used to go with my mom to to church choir every single time. So I grew up through the ranks of the church choir, from the
mm,
children to the teens to the youth and to the adult choir. And then when you get there, they start to give you like solos to
mm,
take and all of that, to stand in front of all the whole church congregation.
mm,
So I could tell you for sure that built like the whole confidence, and
mm,
that built like the whole story around me being who I am today. And I took it further to I took it further when I recorded my first single in the university, my first year in university. I didn't really like music wasn't that thing that I wanted it to do. It came to me effortlessly, which was when I knew that this was where I needed to be, because it's not like something I was struggling to have
yeah,
or
yeah,
get. It
yeah,
just came to me once,
yeah,
and how it came to me was, um, when I got into the university. I used to sing. I used to be in a hostel. Then I used to sing to my hostel mates. They'd be like, "What are you doing with your talent? Like, what are you doing?
mm,
You can sing, you write, And by that time, I already started. I knew I could write music, so I already started to play the guitar
mm,
to help improve, my writing skills and my whole music creation. And so when I got into school, my friends were like, "Oh, what are you doing with this?" I'm like, "Man, I don't think I want to do anything now." It was just normal singing in the hostel, right?
mm,
So I was passing by a building one day, and I was hearing this beat come out from the building,
yeah,
and I went in there. I saw it was a studio,
yeah.
and the guy I was just staring at what the guy was doing. He was making beats, and he was like, "Do you want to come in?" I'm
Yeah,
like, I'm like,
yeah,
"Yeah, I want to come." He said, "Do you sing?" I'm like, "Yeah, I sing."
yeah,
I like what you're making, right? He said, "You want to put something on it?" I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, let's try. So
Yeah.
that was the first time in my life going into a booth, into
Yeah.
a studio booth. I
Yeah.
just went in
Yeah.
and I started to sing. I started to sing because the progression was kind of pretty familiar to me because
Mm.
I already started playing guitar. So,
Yeah. Yeah. And
I started
you truly love music. Yeah.
right. So I started freestyling on the beat and he was like, yo, don't stop. Go ahead. So he started to record and I recorded that demo. He said, here's a CD. That's when you use CDs. He
Mm.
burned it in a CD. Say, here's a CD. Take it back to where you are. Listen to
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
If you have any changes, come back. I'll record you. We need to get this. Don't worry about the money for now. I was
Mm.
like, for real? I was like, yeah. He was like, yeah. I like what I'm hearing. So I went back to the hostel, played it to my people, and they were like, whoa, yo, this is good.
Yeah.
I never knew they had other plans for me. My roommates, right? They um they actually went to enlist me in a competition that was coming to the school.
Mm.
And this competition was really big because
Yeah.
the whole school knew about it. And this competition actually
Yeah.
was coming with top superstars back then,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? So, but they had like the competition segment whereby they pick talents from the school and they take them to tour with the major artists.
Mm.
So that's what the competition was for. So I
Yeah.
didn't know that they already went to enlist me in the competition. And one day they came, they were like, "Yo, we enlisted you," and I'm like, "No, I'm not ready to do this. I'm not ready to do." They were like, "No, you're gonna do it." So we all went to like because the competition was happening. The concert was actually happening at
Mm.
the stadium in school.
Yeah.
So it was really big. A lot of people. We had thousands of people. The stage was really big,
So
floodlights.
hold on, Marietta. So I want to ask you. So you went straight from the studio to a big concert like that?
So this is what it is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, studio. Yeah, you could put it that. You could put it that way.
Yeah. Yeah.
You could put it that way
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I didn't know about people. I didn't know about the competition. They knew about the competition. They
Yeah.
secretly went to enlist me in that
Yeah.
competition, right?
Yeah.
And then we just went to the stadium. They were like, "Oh, yo, you're part of the people on the list. We'll put your name on the list." I'm like, "No, you didn't put my name on the list." They said, "No, we put your name on the list.
Yeah.
You're going up." So I went
Yeah.
backstage. The host was like, "Do you have a stage name?" I
Yeah.
was like, "I don't know." He was like,
Yeah.
"You don't have a stage name? You've not prepared?"
Yeah.
I'm like, so I was like, Morientez, because Morientez was the name I got from playing soccer in school.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay.
Right. So I was like, since everybody calls me Morientez, you know what? I told the host Morientez,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
the MC Morientez. He was like, Morientez, are you? What is that a stage name? I'm like, yeah, that's my stage name. So
Yeah.
they took me up, and that was my first time in front of thousands of people.
Yeah.
I did what I had to do best, and it felt like the whole crowd was quiet
Mm.
from the instrumental because I was playing the instrument, the backing track, so I was singing on top of the backing track, right?
Mm.
Felt like the whole place was quiet,
Yeah.
and as soon as I was done singing, you could see like the people clapping from the back. It was coming
Yeah.
forward, and it came, and that's how I won the
Yeah.
competition.
Yeah.
And I told that was where the whole music
Yeah.
career really kicked off.
Yeah.
Went to couple of reality TV shows back home,
Yeah.
represented my school. It just became like a university sensation, and that was just how it all started.
Yeah, yeah,
You
love it,
know?
man. For sure,
Yes, sir.
man. Yeah, yeah, and that's dope. That's dope, man. Thank you for breaking that down very, very thoroughly. And I do want to ask you this, man. Like, who was you inspired? I mean, like I said, I know you broke it down. Starting a church and things like that, and
Right.
university and stuff. All right. So I want to ask you this question. Are we gonna go do a little play a little game? Can you play a little game?
Yeah, yeah, that's cool.
All right, let's get it. Let me got Tony Allen or Philo. Who you got?
Tony Allen or Philo.
Yeah.
Um, I'm not really familiar with those artists.
Okay.
I'm not.
Gotcha.
I wouldn't say. I know a couple of American artists that I've
Yeah.
actually listened to
Yeah.
that actually inspired my music journey.
All right, hold on,
So
hold on. I got one for you. Hold on, hold on.
okay,
All right, Wizkid, Burna Boy, DeVito. Who you got?
Ah.
I gotta
No,
ask.
no. Yeah. So shout out. First of all, I'll say shout out to three of them
Yeah,
for what they're doing. And shout out to the hard work they put in. We all
yeah,
put in hard work.
yeah,
I'll say also shout out to them for representing the culture pretty well internationally. But for me, I've always liked whiskey. I've always been a whiskey person,
yeah.
and not just because of the music part. I love David's music too, but
Mm,
I'm talking about personality wise.
yeah, yeah.
Personality wise, like
Mm,
who's that person that my personality will bond with,
yeah,
like
yeah,
so. And um he's that person, and I'm not just saying it because I'm saying it because we've been together. I've been in that circle,
yeah,
the circle, and I've seen that. Okay, this is the person that my personality bonds together.
yeah.
So personally, I'm a whiskey person, but shout out to three of them for what they're doing. They're really
Love it.
doing it. Yes,
Love
sir.
it, man. And I want to ask you this, man, because like I said, you got so much to say, so much, inspiration that you give off, so much light that you give off. I want to ask you this question. Americans are kind of ignorant, but what is we getting better? But what is our one misconception about Lagos that most Americans probably wouldn't know?
They think that we are this. They think lions are still running in the street.
Yeah,
They think lions are still running in the street because still have people asking me questions like that,
yeah,
and I tell them, hey, we have that the way it's been portrayed. We have that in the safaris. You have the safaris, you have
mm,
the zoo, but when you the media wouldn't capture like the main. Listen, everything is almost the same thing, right? We
yeah,
got skyscrapers, we got
yeah, yeah,
high
yeah,
buildings, we got and all of that. We got beautiful places,
yeah,
beautiful food, or beautiful hospitality, beautiful. You know what I mean. So we
yeah,
have everything. Yeah. So and I feel like people should go out there and not believe everything that they
yeah.
hear.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure, man. Definitely, man. And I do want to tell you this, man. Like in 2016, like your journey, like what I'm saying, you still feel a young guy, and 2016 you were signed, to a label. What I'm saying. How was that experience being signed to, what you call it, the record label that you were signed to?
Um, it was, it was a love hate
Yeah,
situation.
uh,
But to me, I'm that one person that I'm always grateful in every situation that I'm in,
yeah,
because every situation that you're in, this situation will birth another situation,
yeah, yeah,
and we birth another way, and all of that. So I'm grateful
yeah,
uh, for what they did. But if
yeah.
I had a chance to go back, I wouldn't go back. I wouldn't go back
Understood.
because
Cause you know
yeah,
what, yeah. Cause you know what I want to ask. Cause I'm a big reggae head. I'm a dancehall guy myself. I like
yeah,
Afro beats, but I'm a dancehall like fanatic. I love dancehall. Um, and with that being said, a lot of the I would say the artists, the intercontinental artists, they don't really register their music properly to the states or things like that. Did you
right.
kind of run into that like over in Lagos or something like that? Like getting that paperwork part of it done?
Yes, the thing is, a lot of people are not. That is not part of their focus first,
Yeah.
because music back home is not just um people doing music because they want to. People are really out here doing music because they want to get out of the current situation they are
Mm,
in.
mm,
People want to use music to escape poverty,
yeah.
and it's a jungle out there, so a lot of people
Yeah.
don't even care about that at first, right?
Yeah.
And that is why you have a lot of predators, trying to
Mm,
prey on a lot of young artists, a lot of and but nowadays, you have a lot of people doing the Lord's work,
yeah.
whereby they are
Yeah.
instilling that education. And with the fact that you have like social media right now,
Mm,
you can learn a lot. People are beginning to get educated on how to go about doing their music, registering their music, and all of that. Even though it costs money, even though it costs
yeah.
money from out there,
Yeah.
but I could tell you that. I could tell you that the awareness of people trying to register their music, it,
Yeah.
it's the awareness is even more right now than it was like
Yeah.
5, 10 years ago.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Yeah,
Yeah.
man. And I want to ask you this question, like, what made you want to go more into the? Because you have, like I said, you have the African drill. Well, you have so many different sounds that Africa brings. You know what I'm saying? You have Africa boom bap. You have,
Right.
like I said, you have Africa, like I said, Africa drill, Africa boom bap. What made you go more? I mean, granted, probably your background, but what made you want to go more into the R&B style, or the like the smoother style that you have?
Yes. Growing up, right? My growing up, I had my dad
Mm,
coming back home. Every time he comes back home, he comes back home with a new CD,
mm,
right? And then he first of all, we had this CD player that he got, and he was coming anytime he comes home. He had like different kind of CDs, buy CDs like artists
yeah,
like Marvin Gaye.
yeah,
He bought like then he bought like Usher. He bought like Michael Bolton. But like Celine Dion, like a lot of artists, like he keeps buying them and all of that. Buy Fela Kuti, buy those CDs. And I grew up listening to all of that, and most especially groups like Backstreet Boys,
yeah,
listening to all of that, and different other artists like I mentioned Usher before. I mentioned
mm,
Marvin Gaye, um, uh, Tony. Is it what was that name?
Tony
Tony.
Allen.
No, Tony
Oh,
Braxton.
Tony Braxton. Okay.
And we had like a whole lot of collections of CDs that he brings back home. So I listened through that genre of music, and that really inspired the music in me, the kind of music that I wanted to do. It really inspired that kind of music that I wanted to do, and I think that's what I moved on with over the years. So when you hear me sing, you can hear I'm a mixture of different kind of artists, and also I have to throw in Boys to Men, Brian McKnight in there too, the CDs and all of that, So
Mm,
those are what really shaped the kind of Afro fusion and the kind of Afro R&B that I am putting out today.
yeah, I love it,
Yeah.
man. And do you like the studio better, or you like the stage performance better?
Oh, both,
Yeah.
both. I was privileged enough and blessed by God um, to have like 2 to 3 years of showmanship,
Mm,
whereby I worked with a band, active band, one
mm,
of the biggest band in Lagos, in
yeah,
Nigeria, basically,
yeah,
and we play sessions like like 4 or 5 times in a week.
yeah,
Yeah, during the weekend we out to go play an event. During we have different venues where we play. So throughout that period in time, I use that to just mold my showmanship, my
yeah,
craft, my stage craft, and everything. And it was a great experience. So today, even when I'm trying to perform on stage, I hardly say I want to get mic and say,
mm,
sing. No, I always want to do live because I know how to play the guitar also. So,
yeah,
you
for
know,
sure, man. Love it, man. And like I said, you have a
yeah,
really, like I said, you have a really, really great inspirational story, brother. And I
that's
do,
good.
like I said, a lot of times too, most artists don't, they don't really know what they want to do in life, and they don't want to know what they
Right.
want to do in music. But you, like I said, you push through. You know what I'm saying? You figure it out. And
For sure.
and then with that being said, how do you feel like your music has grown since 2017 to where it is now, 2026 with MIA? How do you feel like your music has grown?
I think it has grown like fine wine. the older the
Right.
older the better. The older the better for sure. I think my music has grown drastically because when you hear the sound from when I came out or go sign my first signing in
Mm,
2016. When you compare the music and the quality and
mm,
the way that the delivery and everything, back then it was what it was, right?
Yeah.
But right now when you look at it with what you have, right, you'd be like, damn,
Yeah.
I did this happened this. So I would say it has improved a lot, and more like fine wine, the older the better.
Yeah, love it, man. And who would you be like your dream collaboration? Like I said, I know you was around, the early days of the Afro beat, so you kind of got you was there. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Who would be like your dream collaboration right now?
um I have a lot. I have a lot. I would like to also collaborate with my brothers in the
Yeah.
game,
Hmm.
Wiz, David, Burner,
Yeah.
and there are some other beautiful artists back home.
Yeah.
It's not just. I just want people to know that it's not just those three.
Yeah. It's
Afro.
plenty.
Yes,
Yeah.
Afrobeat is, if you listen, is very broad. Like it has wide range of artists, different kinds of artists. Like they are there.
Yeah.
They are there for you to listen to. So there are some other coming up Afrobeat artists also that are also will be in my list, and some other American artists. I love to it's my dream to collaborate also with Chris.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I would say one thing that I listen to him also. Even
Yeah.
though we were in the same age,
Yeah.
I listen to him also, and yeah, that's one person I will also like to do collaboration with.
Yeah, for sure, man. And I want to ask you this, man. Do you feel like it's easy to tour over here in the states, or it's easy to tour over there in Africa?
Um,
Being that it's so big as a continent.
so it is, it is easier it is easier
Yeah.
to tour out here. It is easier to tour out here because of
Mm.
you, even though you have more states,
Mm.
more cities, more states, more
Mm.
venues, more places that you can go. But
Mm.
it's
Mm.
easier it's easier with because of because of the way they put down the logistics and how
Yeah.
everything happens, how you go for one tour to the every if you ask anybody coming out here for tour,
Yeah.
they tell you that is they love it, they enjoy it. They
Yeah.
enjoy
Yeah.
coming out here for tour. And we have beautiful from beautiful different ethnic groups from enjoying Afrobeat right now. Afrobeat is big, so
Yeah.
we seeing the whole massive support. There's still support back home. There's
Yeah.
still support back home, but there are some certain things that you enjoy touring out here, like the
I know what
the
you mean. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Yeah. 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 I
yeah,
know what you mean.
so but yeah, I would say it's easier here. It's easier to come out here, do what you got to do before 2
Yeah.
weeks, cover different cities, and
Yeah.
you're out.
Yeah, yeah. Nah, man, but like I said, man, you are a super dope artist, and I always feel like a lot of times people they compare, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, Africa's it's huge, like it's a continent. It's the first continent, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So Africa is big, big, big. So it's like you gotta kind of wean through that, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes
yeah,
everybody doesn't want to be a Burner Boy. Sometimes people just want to just like making music and great art.
right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
So sometimes it's not about that. Cause people do it to me all the time. I'm like, I like being, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be no, if it happens, that's great, but I don't strive for that. I strive to make, great art and great music. And do you find like what is one of the like the business side, like what is one fun thing you like about being in the States? Like do you like networking with DJs like myself? Do you like networking events? Like what's your favorite part of the business?
My favorite part of business out here is that is everything is easy for you to do,
Mm.
right? It is an open free market.
Yeah.
There's no middleman gatekeeping or anything. It's just like how
Yeah.
Africa, you see that back home. You see someone who, okay, so for example, right now, let me give you an example. So
Mm.
you have people who for example, Empire, right? You know
Uh,
Empire, right? You have
yeah.
people who Empire have delegated to be
Uh,
representatives in Africa, right?
yeah, yeah, yes, yes, yes.
Now,
Yep.
if everything has to go through Empire, it has to come through those people. So you have a middleman in there
Mm,
who if he doesn't like you, be like, man, even though your stuff is good, they'll be like, I don't want to do anything with this. They put that
yeah.
out here. The access is there.
Mm, mm.
The
Got it.
access is right there.
Okay.
You can
I
literally.
it's funny. It's funny because I never even thought of it like that. You're right. I never even thought
Yeah,
of it
yeah,
like that. Yeah.
yeah. Because the person who, so for example, if you have a very crazy, maybe a very sour relationship with the person that they've put down
Yeah, yeah.
to represent, he's not gonna mess with you because why? He's
Mm,
gonna be in his feelings and be like, I have this connect. You want to come through me, right? But I hear there's nothing like that. You
mm.
can literally just Google what the office of Empire is, right?
Yeah,
So put down your stuff, go there, submit your stuff. If they like it, if they like it, you guys can work together. Or if you
yeah,
say, okay, there are events out here that's happening, you can
yeah,
bump into anybody. And I've been in I'm in LA
yeah,
whereby you bump into people in the
yeah,
studio where you go to, you bump
yeah,
into them, and that is easy. It's easy. You see them and you can say, hi, what's good, and all of that. But
yeah.
it's just that access. It's just that access that is not there.
Got it. And on that note, man, my brother Morientez, excuse me. I want to ask you this, man. Like I said, the single MIA before we get up out of here.
Yeah.
Very smooth record, very vibey video. You know what I'm saying? Missing in action is very just fun. It's very summertime, man. What inspired MIA, brother?
So MIA is actually birthed from a place where
Mm,
it's actually sending this message of someone really, like two people in love, right?
mm,
And those two people in love, and one person is saying, hey, I love you. It's not the time for me
mm,
to give you everything you need, but
mm,
I'd rather just love you from afar.
mm. Yeah. On that note, man. With that being said, Morientez, man, we get up out of here. We're gonna do this again. Who produced MIA before we roll?
Leslie, it's a producer called Leslie.
Yeah.
He's in Dallas, Texas.
Yeah.
Great guy, great producer, great instrumentalist, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I love the spirituality, man. The goodness that you offer. Before we get out of here, my brother, what is one piece of advice that you would give anyone getting into the music business today?
First of all, be true to yourself and recognize that you got the talent.
Yeah.
If you're true to yourself and recognize that you got the talent, anything is possible.
Mm,
If you got the talent, you got the sound. Because the reason why I say be true to yourself is that so many people are not true to themselves, right? So many people are getting into the music because of different reasons. Because they
mm,
want to be this, they don't want to be, they want to be that. They are not true to themselves. They know that it's not in them, and they still want to force it. Don't force it. Be
mm.
true to yourself. When you know that you got it, put in the work and keep praying first.
Yeah. On that note, man, we out of here. Morientez, is there an album coming out? What's up, brother?
Um,
What's up? What's up? What's
Well,
up?
with something in the pipeline, maybe more of an EP first,
Okay. Okay.
and then we work towards the album.
Yeah, let's get it. Once again, man, where can people find you, my brother? Where can people contact you, get in touch with you, features, all that, man? Need them hooks, man. Where can they get in contact with you, my brother?
Yeah, for you can follow me on Instagram. It's official Morientez. For Snapchat, you can follow me on the underscore Serenader. For X, you can follow me on it's Morientez, ITZMORIENTEZ.
Love it,
Right.
man. Love it, man. Once again, we here. Morientez, you know the vibes, man. WDJC, DB, DJ Chase Radio, man. A fire artist, man. Afrobeats artist, man. He's dope. He's international, man. Getting that international bag. He's not cheap. You know what it is, man. WDJC, DB, DJ Chase Radio. MIA is streaming right here, man. When the station get running back up. Spotify podcast, Apple podcast, and YouTube DJ Chase TV. And we out of here.
Let's
Gia.
go.